Oh, I forgot to put myself in, guys. I forgot to put myself in. That's how we start the show around here, by being forgetful. Hey, everybody, welcome to Around the Bag. We got a big show for you tonight. We're gonna have bibs from the Barstool Sports. We're gonna have bibs on, but sadly, his internet doesn't work almost as well as my brain. His internet didn't work, but that's okay. We'll have him on another time. We got great guys, great people on the show tonight. We're gonna have fun. Tell your friends, sit down, have a beer, talk, ask some questions, say some things. Let's get our guests in tonight. Everybody, let's welcome Mark Banker, everybody. Big hand for Mark Banker. Here he is, everybody. MazJobrani. Big hand for Maz, everybody. Maz. And also returning to the show, Bryn Erwin. Big hand for Bryn. Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm gonna go around the board. Let everybody tell everybody all about themselves. Mark, tell everybody all about you.
I am a writer. I work on a lot of kids animation. So if you have kids, I probably put something awful in front of their eyes.
Well, thank you for that.
Last thing I did was a Captain Underpants show.
Captain Underpants. I love it. Thanks for being here, bud. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Get in here.
Oh, my kids. Get your kids. Maz, tell everybody about you, Maz. Tell everybody about
I am a stand-up comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian, and now that we're under lockdown, I've been doing Instagram lives every day at 4:00 at MazJobrani. I basically used to do comedy in front of an audience. Now I just do it to my phone. And if anybody wants to see my stand-up that I had before, then go to Netflix. My special is called Immigrant because I'm an immigrant. There you have it.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to the show. Enjoy yourself. Do it into a phone or do it into your computer. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got a lot of questions. And also returning to the show, it's Bryn Erwin. Bryn, welcome back, Bryn. Tell them all about you.
Also known in the Ian Bagg Show world, Captain Filler Pants, because I fill in whenever he can't get somebody. A couple things. One, I'm proud of you, Ian. You finally stood your logo up in the back instead of laying it down behind you. That was always one thing I always wondered about.
Falls down a lot, so don't expect that to be up there the whole time. Good. It's going to fall down, son of a bitch.
And Maz made a really funny movie that I know about that he didn't brag about, which he should have. So I want him to go back and talk about that in a sec. See, what I do there is I compliment everybody else first. And then I made a movie called Fixed. I read some television show stuff as well. But mostly these days I do the Hollywood Anonymous podcast with John Huck. And we also do a live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. When I'm not doing that, I'm constantly talking to Ian Bagg about his live streams because this is our new world that we live in. So
this is what we live in. Well, welcome back, Bryn. You're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks for judging me right off the bat. Have a good time. Everybody, we're going to start it out strong. Let's go. The first question tonight. Guys, here's a big question. Big question is the first question. What was your nickname in high school? What was your nickname in high school? This is always best for people that weren't homeschooled. Let's start out with Mark Banker. Mark Banker, what was your nickname in high school?
I don't know that I had one. I had one in college. Wasn't that exciting because you wouldn't expect it was my last name is Banker, so which always makes a good nickname. And then that was corrupted to be Banka, K-A. That was it. And sometimes Banka Maista. That's college. That's 4 years, $100,000.
Nice.
How much it was.
I love it. I love that you went to college. I grew up in a little Indian village and logging village in northern British Columbia. You would have been called Bangkok. Bangkok. They would have called him the Bangkok for sure. Right on. Let's go. Maz, what was your nickname in high school?
Well, before I tell you the nickname, I want to also acknowledge Brian for talking about the movie I made at a place that he managed, the newspaper, the old newspaper building there. My movie was called Jimmy Vestwood, American Hero. People can watch it. Just don't want to leave the people hanging. Now, for the nickname, I had several friends with several different nicknames. One of my friends, I don't know if you remember, if you guys had this where you guys were. I graduated in 1989, Ooh. And there had been this thing where you could go to these little recording studios and record a song that you want to record. This is before karaoke. This is like back in the day. You had to pay money and they would record it for you. So I went with a buddy of mine who's got a very shaky voice. And exactly. Yep. And I had the smooth voice. So my nickname was Smooth and he was Shaky.
Smooth and Shaky. My God, yes. Two different versions of Michael J. Fox. Let's move on to Bryn Erwin.
Well, yeah, you guys got You guys sound like you guys got some pretty decent ones that didn't have to do with humiliating yourself. Some people call me Brownie because I wore a lot of brown, but that's not the one. The one that I didn't like that I got was the one that I got that I didn't like was my nickname was Sloper. Now I'm going to explain to you why. I don't really have a chin. That was the big one that I got quite a bit.
I love it. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to give you all 25 points for that. 25 points around the board. Mark, the banker, Maz, Smooth, and Brian, the sloper. 25 points for everybody. A lot of fun getting to know each other here. That's a lot of fun. Guys, here's a question that's going to get us to know each other a lot more. Have you ever had your nose hairs waxed? Let's start out with Bryn Erwin, a very hairy friend of mine.
No, but why would you do that when you could yank one every once in a while and force yourself to cry on camera?
Oh my God, it's way easier to get them all out at one time. I tell you that right there.
That was a weird question to start. And what's your nickname?
Oh, no, you just can't fire it back at me. That's not how it works. I don't know if you know. I'm the host. I asked.
Turn on him. Turn it on him.
No, I like the way you just panicked. You ever had your nose hairs waxed? I don't like this game. It's stupid. Let's continue on. Mark, have you ever had your nose hairs waxed?
I don't think I've had them waxed, but I have gone through several different devices to deal with the nose hair trimming. Early in the nose hair trimming era, I went with the little metal one that was manual. And I do own 2 battery-powered trimmers. One is better than the other.
I love it. Great. He's got 2 trimmers, one for each hole. I love it. Nose hair's waxed. Why? Never. That way there. Maz, you're the last one.
You know, like Mark, I also have the electric one, and I always forget. I always make the mistake of going to the nose first, and then as soon as I'm done, I look a little closer and I go, oh no, I got hair in my ear. And then I go to the ear after, and I think always I'm putting boogers in my ears.
I love the honesty around the board. It's a little bit of a lie from Brian. Mark says, I got 2 devices. Maz says, I put my boogers in my ear. So let's give him 7,500 points. Mark will get 200 points for getting 2 answers. Brian, 0 for being a dick. All right, let's move on. 0. By the way, guys, got to bring it up right now. This show is sponsored. Want to bring it up right now. Hockey Pucks, it sponsors this show. Hockey Pucks. If it wasn't for Hockey Pucks, it would be just skating. Hockey Pucks, you need it for hockey. Let's continue on, guys. Let's continue on. Oh, my God. Everybody likes a drink, don't they? Everybody loves a drink, especially alcoholics. They love them the most. I like to have a drink every once in a while. What do you like to sit down and relax with? What's your go-to sit down and relax drink? Who should I start out with? Maz, let's go with you.
I'll tell you, I've been going further and further into the red wine Cabernet Sauvignon world. I'll try and get a $20 or $30 bottle. The way I pick them is I look at the label. If I like the label, I go, this is going to be good. I'm a label guy.
That's how I pick a horse. When I go out to see the race, I like his coach. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good color.
So I've been doing the cabs. And there's one winery in particular, as an Iranian American, there's a winery in Napa called Daryush that was started by an Iranian American, and they have amazing wines. It's a little on the pricier side, but if I can open one of those up, I do that as well.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Just put a free shout out for them out there. I love that. That's a good one. Mark, what is your go-to relaxing drink?
Shockingly, I have a few. My first would be Eagle Rare Bourbon. All of these are neat, or with an ice cube or 2. Right. For Scotch, I like a Macallan. If I can get an 18, it's got a lot more expensive in recent years. Once dated someone who had a 25, and just even though it didn't work out, kept going back for the Scotch. And then for tequila, Cabo Wabo Reposado and Sammy Hagar. That used to be Sammy Hagar's company, and he's the one who put me onto that. And it was partly because I loved him and partly because it's great tequila.
And you got a guitar in the back there for your rocker. We got to get that tequila in there, get all liquored up, and then I'm going to go back to that woman's house that I used to date and finish her bottle, and then I'm going to dump her. I love that. That is awesome. Good work there. Brian, what's your go-to drink?
I am a beer guy. Shocking that I'm from Wisconsin and I like beer. I've been more into the craft brews, IPAs, and stuff like that. So, but I'm currently on a 45-day personal challenge of not drinking. I chose the wrong time to do this. Obviously, did not know when I made that choice that I was in a lockdown. But I am not a quitter. So I'm going to see how far I can go.
I love that. That's good. I like this right.
Edibles.
I like this. If you tie Maz's hands down, will he not be able to talk? That is awesome.
That is really hard. The culture that I come from, again, the Middle Eastern culture, we use our hands a lot. We're like Italians, Italians do this and we're doing this. I mean, you've seen it. I can't.
You're from a group of people that loves to direct traffic.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
We were a lot of airline guys.
Yeah. I love it. Let's give some points away for the last one. My God, Maz, to each of wine. Wine's usually about 9%, right? If I'm wrong, 9%. Yeah, I'll give you 9 points. 9 points. I'm going to give Mark 40% for his. Brian 0 for taking time out during a pandemic. My God, what else should you be doing right now? Drinking and playing on the internet. That's what a pandemic is all about. I don't know how they did it in 1918, but we're doing just fine right now. Let's continue on, guys. A lot of exciting times happening right now. Did you know today is Earth Day? Did you know that today is Earth Day? My goodness, what a time to have it. What did you do special for Earth Day? Did you do anything special? You know what I did? I walked and walked, which I've been doing a lot lately because there's no place to go, so I just walk and walk. Anyways, did you do anything special for Earth Day? Maz, let's use your hands.
I was awake when the earthquake hit. So yes, I took it in. Mother Nature was talking to us. She shook us a little bit. I peed my pants just a little bit and then calmed myself and went to sleep.
I love it. It was a weird earthquake, by the way. It was just one of these. It was just like it picked up your house and just shut it down real hard. I liked it. It was one of those. It was fantastic. Mark, how about you?
I drive a fuel cell car, so that gets me off the hook for most of the year.
Can I ask what kind of car it is?
It is a Toyota Mirai, and I've driven it once in the last 6 weeks. Got a nail in the tire. Had to have it towed down to the dealership. You can only get them at Santa Monica Toyota dealership. That's the only place in this area that services them.
I love it. He's told us where to go get our car if we want to have our tire changed. That's awesome. Brian, how about you? What did you do for Earth Day? Oh, look at this.
Well, similar to Maz, I was awake for the earthquake, so I immediately went to my Citizen app to find out what was going on. And they didn't talk about the earthquake, but the only thing they were talking about was a man with a dangerous rope wearing a red hat. So I was like, okay, well, I guess there was an earthquake, maybe not. But that kept me up trying to find out about the earthquake. So what I did today was clean up the dog poop in the grass and then took a nap outside.
That's fantastic.
You one with Earth.
Is anybody shocked that a man with a red hat would have a rope? Anyways, let's continue on. Just had to mention that right out there. Oh my goodness, we got to give some points away. Earth Day, Mother Earth. Y'all did something nice for Mother Earth. 1,100 points for Maz. 1,200 minus 500 for Mark, so that's 600. Brian, you were telling us all about an app. I'll give you 25 points for that. 25 points. Really not doing well today, Brian. You might want to try a little harder. Oh my goodness. I want to really put an effort into it. Guys, this is the next question. I was thinking today, it's Earth Day. We should probably have some fireworks. That'll say Mother Earth right there. Fireworks. I don't really get fireworks. Can you guys explain fireworks to me and why we do them? Who should I go to first on this one? Mark, it's your turn.
Fireworks were a lot more fun when they couldn't kill you, or when you didn't know they could kill you. I remember playing with them as a child, and only later did we find out that they were dangerous. So they made a lot more sense when you didn't know that they were just gunpowder and explosives that could, blow off your hand.
Until you seen your uncle's head fall off his body, you had no idea it wasn't good. Maz, can you explain fireworks to us?
Fireworks was the weapons the Indians thought they could use against the colonialists, and it didn't quite work out. They put on quite a show, but they didn't.
Brian, that is awesome. I'm guessing you were homeschooled. Anyway, Brian, fireworks were the weapons the Indians used against. Okay, back to Brian.
The best part of his story was like they were using them as a part of war, but instead they put on a great show.
Yeah,
they did a reenactment. They did a reenactment before a reenactment was.
Maz, that was great. I live in an area where people shoot fireworks off every single night because it shows up on Nextdoor every single night. People argue about it. People say, what was that noise? And then people say, deal with it. We've been doing fireworks over here forever. We have, my wife buys fireworks every year for the 4th of July. And then she immediately panics. So the kids light them and then she puts them out with a hose immediately. It is not fun. It's really weird. So that's the only experience I have with it.
Oh my God. Fireworks are not for the faint of heart. My God, your wife panics immediately. All right, light them, put them out. Light them, put them out. Let's give some points around. Maz has apparently learned about fireworks at Disneyland, so that's a very expensive place to get into, so I'm going to give him 500 points. Mark, I'm going to give you 26 points. 26 points for you. Bryn Erwin, listening to his wife, 0. Everybody's very disappointed in your manhood. 0.
Can't win.
You are just having a good time. Guys, pretty exciting. We're all around the board, 6:22 in the afternoon. People probably trying to watch the news, but watch that and then came back to watch this, which is way more exciting than the news. I got to bring it up. We're sponsored. We're sponsored by Apples. Apples! It's what killed Adam. Apples. Let's get back to the shave right now. A lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Guys, I remember I used to do a thing called comedy approximately 6 weeks ago, and it stopped happening. But they used to put people on the show that juggled. I never understood how juggling fit into magic and comedy. Can you explain to me how juggling fits into the world of magic and comedy? Let's start out with Bryan. You're not going to get any points, so we might as well start with you.
Yeah, fair enough. How do I explain this? It doesn't.
Oh, perfect. All right. Maz?
Well, juggling actually comes from juggling comedy and magic. So if you don't have enough comedy and enough magic, you put in some juggling. Now you're juggling all 3. And to fill the 10 minutes, you just work in some juggling.
I love it. Oh my goodness, you know what you're doing. Hey, we're missing an act. Let's put a juggler in. That's awesome. I love it. Mark?
Well, juggling actually originated after the Native Americans ran out of fireworks and needed something to distract the attacking armies. So it's not really funny so much, but that is where it comes from.
I love it. I'm going to give you all 0 points on that because you're wrong. Juggling is the sport of kings, and it is hilarious. Oh, it's so much fun. What is it? Is he juggling fire? It's fantastic. It is fantastic, and it's a sport of kings. Oh, my God. 0 points for everybody. That's the first time that everybody's gotten 0 points. This is a big night tonight. Oh, this is a very important question that I'm sure your wife has asked you before. If this didn't turn out, what would you have done? This is a very important question. Maz, you seem serious. Let's ask you. If this didn't turn out, what would you have done?
I think I should have developed an app for people that do shows like this online under a pandemic, because that seems to be the best business right now is these apps.
He should have got into the app game. Mark, what would you have done?
Presidents, because apparently anyone can do it now.
President, I like it. If I'm not writing, I'm going to be the president. Bryan?
I'm doing this. That's all I ever done. I sit on a couch in the basement while my wife makes money. So I'm crushing it.
That's awesome. I like the way you shut her all down. This is what I do, and this is what I do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you all 1,700 points to share amongst you, but I'm going to split it up differently. Maz is going to get 600 points of that 700 points, and I'm going to give 900 to Banker. That leaves 0 for Bryan. Anyways, let's continue on. My goodness, that's exciting right there. By the way, if you really did the math, I was wrong. That's pretty exciting. You're pretty sure you should have got, I think, 200 points there, Bryan, but who gives a shit? Michelle just wants to they still don't know. All 4 of you are trying to still into, oh my God, I just had a seizure in the middle of that. They still don't know. All 4 of you are still trying to find that out. Oh, I see. It was a little bit of a heckle. She says we're not good at this, and we're still trying to figure out what we're doing. I like it. Thanks for coming in, Michelle. Being a dick. I hope your husband pushes you down the stairs later. I can't do it because that would be trouble. By the way, Chris French said this. I miss Superior Donuts. Congratulations. Oh,
yes. That was a TV show I was on, and then it got canceled. Thanks for bringing it up. Thank you for reminding me.
That is awesome. I'm glad we could have you upset for getting something. That was a very weird way to go with it. Guys, speaking of being upset, have you ever shoplifted when you were a kid? When you were a kid, have you ever shoplifted? Oh, we got serious now. Let's find out. Which one of you looks like a criminal the most? Bryan, did you ever shoplift?
I did. I went to a 5 and dime back in the day, and I would steal a 5-cent bazooka bubble gum. They used to always have it up front, like one piece at a time. I don't even know why of all the things I could have taken, I would have taken the one thing they probably would have given me because it was shit. But I was stealing it anyway. I don't know why. Not forever. Just to
criminal mind. Criminal mind. Mark Banker.
I was never a shoplifter. I was more of a money launderer as a young kid, or I never passed up an opportunity for a good till skim if I was in control of inventory.
Wow, we're going to call you Marty for the rest of this one. I love Ozark. Maz?
Well, Mark, I used to work for Pablo Escobar, and I used to run cocaine through Miami, through Colombia. So I embezzled a lot of funds and killed a lot of people. But that was when I was young.
And I made it possible for that to be profitable. I'm glad we can work hand in hand.
Yes. I love it. I went for shoplifting, and you guys took it to another level. That's great. Therefore, I'm going to have to give you guys 3,000 points each. And Brian, you stuck with shoplifting. That gives you 0. Let's continue on. My goodness, Brian, just really disappointing the crowd today with his answers. A lot of people are upset, but if you look at, they're not going to be upset long, because this game is brought to you by Dirty Bird Sweat Sauce. Dirty Bird Sweat Sauce. If you like sauce and you like to sweat, Dirty Bird Sweat Sauce. It's for you. Proud sponsors of Around the Bag. Let's continue on. I got to get that out of the way, and I just moved my finger. Oh, my goodness. Guys, we've all been on vacation. Well, not everybody. I'm sure there's some poor people out there watching this show, and we've never been on vacation. Well, that's sad. I'm going to bring it up right now. Have you ever been injured while on vacation? Have you? And if you have, tell me all about it. Let's go with Mark.
Injured? I can't think. I have an injury. Let's see. I was in Maui and I stepped on coral and it sliced open my foot. And then because of whatever's in coral, it stayed open for like 2 years.
Oh yeah, so it's corals. It's bad. If you're gonna, it's dying all around the world, and it should, because it's been a danger to a lot of people for a lot of years, and we're finally fighting back.
I'm glad we're finally taking it to the field.
We've almost gotten rid of it. It's fantastic. Maz, have you ever been injured on a vacation?
I'm gonna say mosquito bites qualify as an injury, because so many times I've seen the brochure or the website or whatever it is from Mexico, and I thought, it'd be great. Let's go to Mexico. And then I sit on the beach and I get bitten by mosquitoes the whole time. I go, those mosquitoes are never in the commercials. It's a lie.
Mosquitoes. He says mosquitoes. Fuck you, Mexico. You didn't tell me about the mosquitoes. I was expecting to get diarrhea. Instead, I've got bumps. Brian.
First off, happy Earth Day, Ian. Get rid of all that all the sea life. That's a good call on Earth Day. That was the best time to have that. I actually we went to Mexico once with another family. A kid went in the water, and the serious part was that the undercurrent started taking him out. So I grabbed him, threw him. My hand went down right into a sea urchin, and it stabbed up my finger. So I couldn't do anything about it because we were in Mexico for 2 weeks. So I had to get it surgically removed when I got back.
I think you have to pee on it. If I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure you pee on it. That's anything that comes from the sea. Actually, Mark, you should have been peed on as well. That's the only way. That's
the first thing I did.
I'm pretty sure Steve Irwin died because people forgot to pee on him. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. They just
I peed on the mosquitoes. They kept moving, but I kept peeing on them.
That's a good stream when you can hit the mosquitoes. My God, that's a good stream. Let's get some points away. MazJobrani, I'm going to give you probably 42 points because that sounds like you got 42 bug bites. Mark, you got hit by coral, trying to get rid of some of it. I'll give you 41 points. Brian, you were trying to save a child, which is worth about 1,000 points. But this is our show, so you're going to get 7 points. 7 points for Brian. Let's continue on. I know a lot of people are like, why are you taking it on Brian? Well, why not? That's what I say. Guys, this is pretty exciting, this question. A lot of people get all fired up when I bring up this question. My God. If you could have free fast food for a year, what fast food would you choose? Yummy. Let's start out with you, MazJobrani.
I would go In-N-Out because their hamburgers are delicious. However, I have high cholesterol, so I would probably die 6 months into it.
Oh my God, he wouldn't even get his full year in. Oh my God, I'm very upset about his high cholesterol. Brian?
Oh, I mean, if given, and I also have high cholesterol, so this is old man talk. But if we were able to bypass that, then I would go with Popeye's fried chicken all day. Every
Interesting. Interesting. Oh my God, Mark.
Does Sharky's count as fast food? Is it? It's not that fast. Sharky's.
Oh, Sharky's.
Yeah, I'll take Sharky's.
Okay, Sharky's. All right, then. All right, Sharky's. I'm going to have to give you some points now. Sadly, Mark, I'm going to have to give you 0. I'm going to give your cholesterol, Maz. That's 175. Brian, you're going with Popeyes. That's a lineup of about 12 people, so I'm going to give you 12 points.
Oh,
12 points. Everybody's pretty excited. Everybody's pretty excited. We've got a couple more questions. We're going to continue around a couple more questions. Then we're going to go on to Picket. Picket is a very exciting thing that all the kids are talking about. Is very exciting. Oh my God, guys, this happened to me not too long ago. Me and my wife were watching 48 Hours. Do you know that show, 48 Hours?
Yes.
And I was looking and I'm going, my goodness, I know that person. So I Googled the person that had been murdered. Sure enough, that person was a fan of mine and comes to shows all the time. Guys, it's very exciting. Here's the question. Have you ever recognized somebody on the first 48 or 48 Hours or Dateline? I know, they're all kind of the same. That's why I brought them up. Let's start out with Maz.
Believe it or not, one of the investors for the movie that I did that Brian was talking about was murdered, and he was on first 48 Hours. I swear to God.
I love it, guys.
Oh, no,
Brian?
it's so sad.
I'm still trying to figure out how the hell. I thought there was no way two of the 4 people here were going to know something at 48 hours. So the answer is as of today, but based on the odds here, as of today, no. But give it a couple weeks. I don't know. I mean, this pandemic can prove out. You ask that question in 3 weeks.
Mark.
I haven't seen anyone that I know in 48 Hours, but I hope to be on it someday. I thought you were going. I thought that's where you're headed with the question was, have you ever murdered anyone? And I was all ready to answer that.
Be careful. Be careful. There's only two acting positions on 48 Hours. That's murderer or murdered. So be careful. Guys, guess what? It's that time of night when I give 1 billion points away. MazJobrani gets 1 billion points for saying, yes, I did. 1 billion points, 1 billion points, 1 billion points, 1 billion points, 1 billion points. Oh, my goodness. Brian, 3 for being angry. Mark, you get 48. 48 for wanting to be on 48 Hours. 48. My goodness, it's a tight game. Brian's got 0. Everybody else has got more. Let's continue on. Woo! This is pretty exciting. I went to Costco the other day, and I had to stand in line with the people. Got to know everybody. We got close. We talked really closely. But when I got in there, I realized I buy something every time I'm there, and that is cashews. I love to buy cashews when I go to that goddamn Costco. When you go to Costco, what is something you buy every time you're there? Let's start out with Mark. Banker.
Floss. I get the big thing of floss, and I buy like 3 of them.
All right. Oh my God. Your dentist must fucking hate you and love you at the same time. Makes no money off you, but does exactly what you're supposed to do. Maz.
I'm going to go with pomegranate juice, a nice big thing of pomegranate juice.
The palm?
Exactly. That I start to drink with water or sparkling water, and then like halfway through start feeling guilty because there's so much sugar in it. And then I just, I abandon my joy and I feel guilty about it.
I love Edward Gray getting in this saying condoms. That guy does a lot of sex right there. Condoms. Just my goodness.
It's a new sponsor.
Lindsay says wipes. So I'm guessing that's Edward's girlfriend. There's only one thing that goes along with condoms, and that's wipes. Brian, what do you buy? What do you buy?
This is going to sound weird, but I usually go in for food, and instead I end up leaving with like a table or a chair or a blender or something exciting in one of those aisles. Because damn it, those prices are so good in those aisles. I can't help myself.
It's pretty amazing. My God, I've got 17 printers. Every time I go there, the printer aisle always gets me. It's very exciting. I can't believe it. Guys, I'm going to give everybody a 1,500 points on that one. 1,500 points for Brian. That's the biggest score you've had so far. Mark, 1,500 points. Flossin, love that. Maz starts out with good intentions. Halfway through, gives up 1,500 points. I'm sure just like this show, he started out with great intentions, and then he gave up. Let's continue on. Oh, this is exciting. This is a very exciting. Who's a famous person that you think you would be great BFFs with? That's exciting. I know who I'd be BFFs with. That goddamn Brad Pitt and me would hang out and people would be confused all the time. It'd be fantastic. I'd love it. Good times. Let's start out with you, Brian. Who do you want to be BFFs with?
I think Will Ferrell.
Oh. That's a good answer.
I think he and I have he's way funnier than me. Don't get me wrong. That's how I'm saying. But I think
I didn't mean that.
I think I could hang out with him and have good fun conversations.
Will Ferrell. Mark.
Barack Obama. I don't know that he'd enjoy it that much, but I would love it. That'd be great.
Barack, what are you thinking about? Maz?
Currently D Nice is on Instagram doing something called Club Quarantine, where he DJs these amazing parties and the music's amazing and he drinks red wine. I like red wine. I love the music. So I would want to be best friends with D Nice, and he's got a lot of followers. So maybe he would give a shout out and then my numbers would go up. So it would be a win-win for me.
I love it. You want to be friends with them, but you want to use them at the same time. That's awesome. That's quite the relationship. Hey, I want to come over, drink your red wine, and then get your followers. That'd be nice. That'd be nice right there. And it's D Nice. That was what it is. I'm going to give everybody 0. The answer is Ian. You wanted to be friends with me. Ian Bagg. Your BFF that's famous. Right here. Ooh, boy, oh boy, we got a couple more, and then we're gonna move into speed round called Pick It. Guys, do you use body spray? Hello. All the kids are using it, but some of us are a little bit older than the kids, and we want to know, do you use body spray? And if you do, what's the name of that? Let's start out with Brian.
No, because I came from a generation they tried to force Old Spice on us, and that may have been the worst smelling stuff. I never understood that. I actually got this from a band member because he was cool and girls liked him. I use Egyptian musk oil.
Oh, Jesus. That's very okay. Mark?
No, because I engage in a practice known as bathing. So I stick to that.
Mark, just looking down at everybody that's using the Maz.
No, because I'm Persian and we use cologne. I use Paco Rabanne cologne all over my body. That's we wear cologne to whatever. You go to 7-Eleven, they pick up a pack of gum, put on some cologne.
Because you never know. I've always said the Iranians are prepared for anything. They've got their cologne on. They're prepared for anything. There we go. And Persian and Iranians, kind of the same, but kind of different. A lot of people get all upset.
It's the same.
A lot of people get all confused. A lot of people, I'm just like, just have a good time with it. Just use your nose. You'll find out who it is. That guy over there that sounds like Drakkar Noir. Fantastic. I'm going to give Brian 1,700 points for that. Mark, how many? Probably about 45 gallons of water in a tub. I'll give you 45. MazJobrani, you use cologne. Cologne's expensive. I'm going to say 95. 95 for you. 95. Very exciting. Oh, my God. Bobby just got all fired up.
Yeah.
Oil, no. Cologne, yes. Oh, my God. She likes her men smelling good, but not lubed.
That's an unusual stance.
What's that?
That's an unusual stance. Pro cologne.
Cologne, oil, no. My God.
Well, can I share a secret for all your single male fans?
Sure.
If any guys want a woman will react to baby powder. It's built in them instinctually. So if you just put a little bit of baby powder on you, they will respond to you. Trust me.
Mine is 4,500 for Brian for just bringing up baby powder for no apparent reason. My God, I'm surprised there's a woman in your house. Who says that? I tell you what, you just put baby powder on, you'll have girls all over the place.
Okay, you'll see. Somebody's going to try.
That's how porno's made. Porno's made by baby powder. By the way, guys, this is a perfect time for me to bring up this question. Everybody's got something that they talk too much about. Brian talks about baby powder too much. What do you talk about too much? What do your friends say? Can you not talk about that anymore? You always bring it up. What do you talk about too much? Let's start off with MazJobrani.
I bring up too much that I've got. I'll tell you what happened when this quarantine happened. I started getting interview requests from people all over the place, and I started saying yes, yes, yes. So constantly, I'm telling my wife, I got to go do an interview, and she goes, "You're doing that too much." So here we are.
Here we are. Thanks for doing an interview, you son of a bitch. You take it too much. God damn it, Mark. What do you talk about too much?
I would say politics. That's not much fun. So I will say Cobra Kai, the YouTube series. I loved it, and whenever I get a chance, I try and turn people on to it. And here's the secret: is you can sign up for a month free, and then you go in and you watch all the episodes within 30 days, and then you didn't pay anything.
I love it. So you just tried to push Cobra Kai on us right there by telling us how to get it for free. I love it. My God, he's probably got some money involved in that Cobra Kai or something. Brian, what do you talk about too much?
Charles Bronson. Way too much Charles Bronson. I like to talk about Charles Bronson, Death Wish 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I talk about it all the time. Some of my favorite movies because they're so ridiculous and people don't want to hear about it.
Very nice. That's pretty interesting. Edward Gray talks about the Maple Leafs too much. Jeff Clark just brought up clumping glitter stripper problems. I guess that's what he talks about.
Another baby powder issue.
Oh, we're going back. I didn't get that.
Go back to baby powder.
And then Sheldon, Jeff Clark just threw out there Sheldon Cooper chick magnet. Right there. I love that. I love it. I'm pretty sure all my listeners and viewers have special needs in some sort of way. Let's move it in, guys. Let's move it in. Let's play Pick It. It's time for Pick It. It's time for Pick It. And there's only one thing for us to do. That is put on this Pick It. It's time for Pick It. Wow. Exciting, Zach. Make sure you get it. Pick It. Guys, here it starts. It's going to start with Mark. It's going to go to Maz. Then it's going to go to Brian. Get ready, guys. And then we're going to go round and round until we stop. Here we go. Mark, shave or wax?
Shave.
Maz, joint or bong?
Joint.
Brian, Thanksgiving, July 4th.
Thanksgiving.
Mark, river or lake?
Lake.
Maz, first 48 or 48 hours?
48 hours.
Bryn Erwin, head and shoulders or axe?
God. Head and shoulders.
Mark Banker, AM or FM?
FM.
Maz, Sirius or XM?
Sirius XM is the same thing.
Nope, they weren't always. Sirius or XM?
Sirius.
Oh, you son of a bitch, trying to ruin my thing there. Brian, Howard or Joe?
Howard.
Mark, bully or victim?
Bully.
Oh, Maz, Costco or Sam's Club? And I know they're the same thing, but they're not the same thing.
Costco.
Brian, dirty. Disney or Universal?
Universal.
Nice. Mark, bike or run?
Run, but I just got a bike, so I maybe change it.
Congratulations. Maz, Mega Millions or Powerball?
Powerball.
Oh, Brian, university or college?
Sure, college.
I can tell you didn't go. Fantastic, guys. Let me add up the points right now. Try to figure out who won. Minus 462 over here, divided by 3. 3.14. 1 billion. That's right. Our winner tonight is Bryn Erwin. Bryn Erwin comes away. I forgot to tell you. On Earth Day, we do the numbers backwards. Whoever gets the lowest score is the winner. Bryn Erwin really took it down tonight. Congratulations. Oh, Mike. I like the way Jerry just comes flying in out of here. Who the hell's Ian Bagg? Who the hell's Ian Bagg? Well, you're the worst policeman ever, Jerry, if you don't know who policeman. Oh, God damn it. I'm not getting heckled by a cop that's taking his time. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, hey, guys. I want to thank you for coming in. I want to thank you for being what you are. I want to thank you for doing what you do. It means a lot to me. I think very much of you all. Stay safe. Take care of your families. Before we go, I just want to mention one comedy club that comedy. Actually, it's 2. It's Stand Up Live. It's in Phoenix and it's also in Huntsville, Alabama. If you're in either of those towns, when this is all over, make sure you go see some comedy. Get your mind off of things. Thank you guys. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.